Hey guys, today we're back with another firearms review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new M&P Shield X by Smith & Wesson. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again today we're going to be reviewing the M&P Shield X by Smith & Wesson. This is Smith's newest pistol, or one of his newest pistols out on the market. So, very interesting looking gun. Let's go ahead and go over a few of the specs on it. Starting from here, you have a 3.6 inch barrel. So, good velocity. You get, like I said, a lot of good velocity out of that barrel length there, so that's good to see. You have them new serrations here on the top of it. It's easy to grab a hold of. Very nice. Come back from there, you do have a red dot, or a a night sight here in the front, and a just a straight black rear sight. So you get a good sight picture with that. Kind of a U-notch sight in the back, and we also have it with the new O-Sight K unreleased optic as of filming the day. Come back from there, we do have a rail here on the bottom, so if you'd like to carry any type of light or laser, it will fit the TLR7. Will mount up to it perfect. So if you like a good light on your carry gun, this one right here will be the one for you. Come back from there, we still have them very nice serrations that bite into your skin but don't hurt you. You do have some very, very aggressive polymer grip here. Probably the best polymer grip I've seen coming from Smith & Wesson. It does bite into your hand perfectly. It's not too aggressive, like it's going to tear up your clothes or anything like that, but it just feels great in your hand, and I do like that. You also do have a safety here on this gun, so let's go ahead and throw one into it, or not throw one into it, but get it to where the trigger is working. You have a safety here that if you want to, you can throw that safety off. You all know that on these carry guns like this right here, I don't really care much for the safety, but that being said, you can get a model without the safety as well if you don't like the safety, but we've been carrying it as well without the safety on it, not had any problems with it coming on accidentally, so that's one thing good. Do have the normal magazine release that you see on most of your M&Ps from Smith & Wesson, and it does come with a very nice trigger on it. Let's go ahead and check that out together. So here's your take up, your wall, a little bit of creep, hit another wall, pow. Reset. There's your reset. One more time for the people in the back. Here is reset. Good trigger. We'll talk a little bit more about that trigger here in a little bit, but overall though guys, great looking pistol, and it does come with one 13-round flush fit magazine. So as you can see here, I've got very large hands and I can still get a full grip on it. That pinky feels like it's getting ready to come off there, but we've shot 500 rounds down this in a day so far, just before the O-Sight X review we done, and or the O-Sight K review we done, and it never did come off once. So they've done their homework whenever it comes to how long to make their grip. And then you have a 15-round extended mag, which extends it out to where that pinky is not even thinking about coming off of it, but it still feels very good, and you can still conceal carry it like this. How I would do it, personally speaking, throw that 13-round mag in it, conceal it inside the waistband holster, and keep this right here in your pocket if you need to be. So today we're going to be shooting some 9mm Luger 115 grain full metal jacket from Winchester. Thank you to Optics Planet for sponsoring the ammunition in today's video. If you'd like to check them out, you can use code GWEBB, G-W-E-B-B, and get a good percentage off of your order on Optics Planet. So once again, appreciate you boys. Let's go ahead and take our first few shots on camera with it. Alrighty, there's one 13-round mag down range. Let's go ahead and load up the 15-round mag now and shoot a little bit more. Alrighty. Very, very accurate pistol balls. Let me tell you, we're sitting here right at 20 yards. It might look a little bit different on the camera, but that being said, for a little concealed carry, not really a pocket gun, but for a good gun the size of, I mean, you can see my hand here and see the difference, see the size of it. So, I mean, it's a good looking pistol, and as you can see, it's accurate as a day is long. So let's go ahead and reload it a little bit. So, I forgot if I told you all or not. I think I did in one of my lever action videos, but we did get to go down to Smith & Wesson in Maryville, Tennessee, and we seen how they build the Shield X, their whole entire thing. They brought us down there for the marketing, day for them, and or media day, however you want to put it. And we got to see everything that they had to offer at the Maryville, Tennessee site. And I'm going to tell you something, boys. Me and Dad had a good time, so they done us pretty good. But that being said, that second day we went out to the range and we got to fire all these new guns that was coming out, including the Shield X, the FPC 22, which review will be out soon on that as well. But we got to fire a bunch of them guns and try them out. And the Performance Center AR-15, the 22 revolver mountain gun, we got to fire one of them. But one thing about it, they wanted us to shoot these right here more than anything, because that was their big unveil. It's like, hey, check what we got coming out. So the Shield X, I think there was 12 of us down there, 12 or 13, including all the cameramen for everybody. And to my knowledge, like I said, I ain't watched everybody's videos yet that was down there with us, but to my knowledge, we never had a single Bumble 1 out of any of these guns. We never had them out of any of them, to my knowledge. Like I said, I think we might have had one with the FPC 22, but we never had a single one out of the M&P Shield X. And that's something to say. Like I said, you have 12 or 13 people shooting one gun, and it getting so hot to where somebody picks it up and they're saying, ow, it's hurting me. That tells you that these things can be run hard and put up wet. And let me tell you something, that right there sold it for me alone. So once again, prior to us actually getting it on camera, we've shot 500 rounds down this thing and not had a single Bumble or anything out of them. So let's go ahead and put a few more rounds down range with her. Starting off here again with the 13 round mag. All right. There you go. Alrighty, so something to take in consideration. That trigger, reset on it's a little bit. For some reason, whenever I'm shooting it the way I've got it gripped, and that's something that we've seen all day here long, is that whenever I'm gripping this trigger here, reset whenever you're looking at it coming down, or just from the actual camera standpoint, is pretty good. But now whenever I'm shooting it alone, one thing I can see is I feel it coming out to that first one, and I think it's done, and I'll short stroke it sometimes. But I'm getting better on that. You know, guys, I've shot Glocks my entire life, shot a few Smith & Wessons here and there. I mean, we shot plenty of rounds down them, don't get me wrong, but in comparison to what I've shot through Glocks, you know, it's not been near that much. But we're still getting used to this one. But like I said, that's one thing that you might find a little bit different whenever you first pick one up, is that reset. So just go home, pull it out, practice. Don't make sure it ain't loaded, obviously, but practice looking at something on your wall or whatever else. Take a few shots just to make sure that everything is going good with it. Also as well, the iron sights from factory are dead on. I don't know if they sight them in just for us, or if they just picked these up off the shelf and sent them to us. But guys, the iron sights on this thing are dead right on the money, so I'm liking to see that. But once again though, we did shoot a lot of ammunition down them during the range day, and we never had a single Bobble 1 out of any of them. And we was shooting range ammunition, and I think we even shot some hollow point ammunition, some, you know, performance ammunition out of them, and they was all doing great out of it. So I really have no ifs, ands, or buts, or there's no question in my mind that that Shield X is not a reliable gun, because like I said, if it wouldn't have been, we'd have seen it while we've been down there. So that's one thing to consider. But Smith & Wesson has stepped up their game with the Shield X. I do enjoy it. You know, I'm more of a bigger handgun type of guy. Most of the time I can still carry a Glock 34, the Terran Tactical Edition. But even for these smaller guns like this right here, I think that they've done a great job with them. Smith, like even with that Bodyguard they come out with a few months back, that was a great pistol. We loved it. Dad loved that especially. But you know, Smith has done a good job with Shield X. So if you're looking at a new concealed carry pistol, and I know I've already seen the comments under some of them's website, or some of them's videos, and then some of them's or Smith & Wesson's video. Somebody's like, well, I'm just going to wait for the Performance Center. I think this one here will be the big to-do in the Shield X line for a little bit. So if you're needing a new concealed carry pistol, or want to update the one that you've got already, this one right here is a hard one to beat, guys, let me tell you. Let's go ahead and load up the last rounds we have for today's video. So as you can see as well here, for 500 rounds being down the barrel, you still have that smile here on the barrel, which is normal, but it's holding up. We've been concealed carrying this as well for the past 2 or 3 weeks since we've had it in, and there's not a single place one. I mean, no, not a single place one on the slide. So they're finished on Smith & Wesson. I mean, there's police officers that carry the M&P line. I don't, because my actual department carries Glocks, but I've seen the Smith & Wessons that these departments carry, and they look just like this one right here, to where that coating that they put on these just hold up perfectly, and the gun looks brand new. So let's go ahead and take our last few shots with these Shield X. Tell you something as well, whenever I was using the one down there in Tennessee, that slide release, I guess it was a little sticky, but now this one right here, it was a little bit when we first started shooting it, but now it's smooth as butter. There we go, empty. And also, I'll tell you one thing as well, we did shoot a little bit of hollow point ammunition through it just to confirm my suspicions that it would work perfect with hollow points, and it did. And even with them hotter hollow points, 124 grain plus P HSTs that I was shooting through it, it shot great. I mean, you know, still a little bit more muzzle flip, don't get me wrong, because this is not a full-size gun, but it was still very controllable, which is something to take in consideration. That 3.6-inch barrel is about the perfect mark in between a concealed carry pistol and a duty gun, in my personal opinion, because you still get very good velocities out of them, good powder burn, and I like that barrel length. I really do. I like it better than a 3.1, but that 3.6-inch barrel and the size of the gun, and it's slim as, I mean, it feels very good in the hand. Like I said, I've got huge hands, and it fits me absolutely perfect. Like I said, I don't think Smith & Wesson could have done any better for the M&P Shield X than what they've done here. So guys, if you have any questions or comments on the M&P Shield X, please leave it in the comment section. I want to get back to you as soon as possible. But once again, very special thank you to Smith & Wesson for sending us a Shield X to review for you all. Once again, I think that if you're looking for a great concealed carry pistol, look no further than the Shield X. It gets my stamp of approval 100%. And thank you to Optics Planet for the Winchester 9mm 115 grain. We've always used Winchester, always used Optics Planet. We like them both. So make sure you use code GWEBB, G-W-E-B-B, if you check anything out on their website. And you'll get a good discount. That's about all I can say. But once again, guys, M&P Shield X gets my stamp of approval. Appreciate y'all viewing as always. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see y'all in the next video.